It's important that they're compensated equitably at all times, fairly at all times. That's the reason why there have been negotiations over the course of the last 8 months. It is disappointing that those negotiations did not come to an agreement. It was the judgment of both the union and the company that they were at an impasse. That's not my judgment, it's their judgment.
Marcus Carnivorous was in damage control mode when it turned out that Canadians really don't like slavery. Shocking, I know. This after Patty, had you believing the Liberals cared about Canadians who don't have trust funds, tried to tell Air Canada's flight attendants to just lay back and think of England, while Air Canada refused to offer them a suitable contract. It didn't help when Air Canada's CEO admitted that the company had developed their offer under the assumption that the Liberals wouldn't allow the flight attendants to exercise their right to strike. Not because anyone was going to die, not because of national security, but because they really didn't want to, and it would inconvenience some people. I just want to be clear. Air Canada could have worked with the union and offered a realistic pay package that the union members could have been excited about, rather than invoking vaguely written laws that the government claims let them make up the rules as they go based on who donates to the party. Why not pass some laws that require companies to consider the well-being of their employees on the same level as shareholders? Why not institute a maximum wage where CEOs can only be paid a multiple of their lowest paid or average paid workers and don't have it be 200 or 500 times to ensure that narcissistic business boys don't just keep extracting more money from the company at the expense of workers who actually earn it, leaving workers to live in their cars. Nearly every freedom we enjoy as Canadians can be tied to the labor movement, whether it be weekends, holidays, or the fact that your boss can't beat you to death because you told them you didn't like their blazer. There are so many rights that non-union workers enjoy because union workers proved that companies work better when the employees aren't exploited so badly. Thing is, I got some comments from people who felt that since I had said favorable things about Carney's speeches during the campaign, that I was somehow obligated to make apologies for any bad choices he makes. I'm not. And if you have watched any of my videos and thought Pierre or Jagmeet would have stood with the striking workers, I've got news for you. The NDP have supported the Liberals in the last government when they broke strikes. And the Conservatives, if you think the Conservatives care about union workers beyond the assumption that working class people are gullible and will vote for you as long as they think you hate trans people, no, the Conservatives don't care, and yes, the Conservatives would have also broken the strike. All of Canada's major political parties have completely abandoned the working class. Maybe not in their rhetoric, but certainly by their actions. Nobody voted for this shit, but all the major parties made a point of putting forward party leaders who are all rich and out of touch. So it is incredibly important that all politicians know that if they try and touch our rights, the rights of the working class, it's not going to be liberal versus conservative versus New Democrat. It's going to be them versus the 99%. Polling showed that all Canadians were pissed off about this nonsense because all of us experience wage theft. All of us go to work at jobs where companies require us to do nonsense that breaks down our physical and mental health, not because it makes us more productive, not because it's necessary, because our bosses refuse to go see a therapist and work through the fact that their dad didn't hug them enough.